What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kids Move, and I am back with another video. And it's been a little bit, and just to give you guys a channel update, I'm probably going to be putting out like more content as much as possible because you guys know I've been going through one hell of a week. I got a lawsuit coming up. As you guys know, a lot of my stuff was furniture was destroyed last week. TV, mattress, like this mattress right here got like a big asshole at the bottom of it. My wife's MacBook Pro was stolen, and the moving company wanted they only wanted to give me $500 because they said I did not select an alternative insurance, and I signed off for the $1 per pound coverage. And that was a lie because I didn't sign anything outside of my payment sheet. The payment sheet and the insurance sheet, whatever, were two different pages. I signed whatever I needed to make the payment. The movers were in such a rush. He didn't bother to go over any of the items with me. He just filled out the form and put a dash on the signature line where I'm supposed to sign, and that's all that's there. And so they have it. They have the photos. They have the forged signature versus my real signature. They have everything, and they're still not budging. There's about almost $5,000 in damages, and because we're gonna have to take this out of court, it's probably gonna be like a $10,000 battle. But that's just really the update on that. I'm really just kind of just doing this video because it's been a while since I just did a regular video, and I want to talk a little bit more about the Halo Infinite delay and what it means for the Xbox Series X launch, where I currently stand at with it. Does this changes? What does it mean to the common consumer? Halo Infinite, like I said, I'm disappointed. There's nothing going to change that. Sure, it could come out a year from now and be like the best game ever, be gaudy contender. I'm still going to be disappointed that I didn't get it this year. Clearly, there's some things that need to change at 343. I think the people over at Xbox are a little bit too lenient, a little bit too liberal. Everybody's too buddy-buddy, and I feel like no one's doing their job. And that's why they keep getting into these things that they shouldn't have. Halo Infinite should not be a game in development for 5 years, and this is the issues that's going on, ready for launch and whatnot. So unfortunately, I'm still sad that it's not coming. I'm looking forward to the Xbox Series X and the Halo Infinite. So what does that do for like those who were looking to pick up an Xbox Series X? If you're an Xbox fan, you're probably going to get one regardless. Does this hurt? Yes, but it only hurts because I honestly anticipate Xbox and PlayStation to literally release the same week or the same day. November 6th is a hot date. I think Xbox needs. I would prefer them to come out in October, but they already announced November. You can't. It makes no sense to come out the first week of November. Just get it out the way. The later you launch it, the worse. So the problem is that the PlayStation 5 and the Series X launch is going to be close together again. I think both of them are going to be pretty pricey. There's a chance that the PlayStation 5 could launch in at $600 and the Series X at $500 or $550. And then obviously we have the Lockhart or the Series S coming in. The thing is that PlayStation already has like first party titles. They have Spider-Man. It doesn't appear to be like it's going to be delayed. They didn't have a lot to work with it. I mean, they had an existing base to make the game from. So that game's a lock. I mean, there's not really the way to make that game bad. That game at minimum is an 85. Is going to be a good game to bring home. They got some third-party content from Bethesda that are exclusive to the PlayStation 5. So right now, PlayStation, for the first time in history, I feel like has like the more promising launch ever in terms of games, and it's actually better. It's better than what Xbox is offering currently because there's no Halo there. if this was like, for example, the 360 had a bunch of games, right? None of them were really killer app, and Xbox One had a bunch of games at launch too. But PlayStation 4 and Xbox One both had decent games. None of them had like a killer app. They had decent games that were good enough to make the purchase. Good enough that they had games that both had games that showed off the console's pretty much visual power. So they had stuff to bring home. The 360 didn't have like a killer app, but it had a ton of games available, and there was no PlayStation 3 to compete with at that time, so it didn't matter that Halo or Gears of War wasn't there immediately. They had first-party content. This time around, it does matter, because when you look at PlayStation, it's like, damn, like, only games that are there for the Xbox are the third-party games, your Cyberpunks, your Assassin's Creed, your Watch Dogs. That's all going to be there, but there's no Forza this year. Gears Tactic is probably but the Gears Tactic is a late gen port, PC port to consoles. So there's no intrigue. The only thing that the Series X got is really that, yeah, there's going to be next gen games there, and there's Game Pass, so you're gonna buy your console and you really don't need to buy anything else. Whereas PlayStation 5, you're gonna buy the console, you're gonna buy some more controllers, and you're gonna have to fork out $60 or $120 for at least 2 games. Buying an Xbox, you don't have to fork out any extra cash for that. And I'm not saying that is a bad thing, but it's more so of a value thing that Xbox has, but there's not really a killer app. I think Xbox picked the worst time to let every developer in their first-party portfolio take their time. Because the fact that there's no Forza Horizon, Forza's overdue, Forza Horizon's actually overdue. Unless Microsoft has like something up their sleeve to minimize that hurt, with like a good deal with Game Pass, like some major publishers launching day and date on Game Pass this fall. I can see that would be if they turn around and said Valhalla and Watch Dogs on Game Pass day one. Ubisoft wouldn't do that, but it have to be of a release of that magnitude. Right now, the only exclusives that are like really there, you have the Medium, which is the genre it's in. It's not a game for everyone, and I'm not expecting it to be that hot. It's only for Series X and PC. That would be like and it's not first party. You have the Accent, the Ascend. I'm interested in it, but it's a bloated idea at Xbox game. It's not a major. It's something major. I'm going to play it. I think it's cool. I think it's going to be something that that kills time and whatnot. I'm probably gonna have a ton of fun with, but it's no Halo. And Gears Tactics is, I treat Gears Tactics like I would treat Halo Wars. Sure, they're just not my type of games. Those top-down fucking RTS strategy games. I don't know. I don't want to play strategy. I don't want to strategize playing games. I want to be mindless. I want to have fun. It's like I sit down and I think like, damn, I wish Gears 5 was delayed from 2019 to 2020, and it could have been a launch title for the Series X, and it could have looked even better than what it did. So it's like, it's very disappointing that the Series X is going to be I'm going to be playing just a bunch of third-party games and some bloated ID Xbox games. Xbox really needs to address that gaping hole. Like, it can't be a whole entire year without like a major title. There's got to be something in the launch window, and I apologize, there's a train going by. There's got to be a title in the launch window within that 6 months period. So between November and March of 2021, there's got to be a offering from Microsoft. And no, it can't be Psychonauts 2. It can't be. That should automatically be a launch title, but apparently it probably is not. So it's a bit disappointing, and next gen is looking spooky to me. I mean, I am in the process of upgrading my PC a little bit, but not because of the Xbox Series X. My gaming pattern is still going to be the same. I'm still getting the Series X day one. Honestly, I'm upgrading because I am going to play some of those late generation PlayStation ports on it, like Horizon. Like, I want to play Horizon again, but I don't want to play on the build I have now. So I'm gonna upgrade. I'll probably be fully upgraded by September. And then so if Halo was still coming this year, I would have been fine just getting an Xbox Series X for the fall, for this holiday, and then waiting until like maybe February, March to get a PlayStation 5. But now, because of the lack of like, really like, the lack of that brand new IP or Halo or first party like major game, I now have to get a PlayStation 5 day one. I'm not getting a PlayStation 5 over my Xbox Series X. It's just that I'm gonna spend more money than I anticipated this holiday. So I'm gonna get the Series X day one, but it's probably my games are really gonna be Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the Ascend. I might have to try to meet him, and I don't think I'm gonna like it. And Watch Dogs. I mean, Yakuza. If Scarlet Nexus is still coming out this year, then that's a definite. Otherwise, it's looking pretty mediocre over there. For PlayStation, I'll get a PS5 and I'll get Spider-Man and Kenna. I only have 2 games I'm interested for this holiday: Spider-Man, Kenna, and that's it. And then we'll see. But yes, I am disappointed in the Xbox Series X offerings this fall in terms of games. Halo should not have been. Halo literally just got cracked down. This is like exactly what happened in 2017. Is the Crackdown 3 was supposed to launch with the Xbox One X. It didn't happen. The game received poor reception because it didn't look as good. It didn't look like it. It didn't even look like it was Xbox One X optimized or enhanced. It got a whole lot of flack. They delayed it. It came out like 2 years later. Halo Infinite, people are saying it doesn't look as good. It was supposed to be the Series X launch. Phil Spencer just recently revealed that they were considering piecemealing the game, delivering it in pieces, and that would have went. I wouldn't have heard the last of Jez if that happened. Shout out to Grinds My Gears. But yeah, it's. I don't know, man. They gotta do something. And it's self-reflecting. I know they are pushing Game Pass and being pretty much trying to do what Apple and what Netflix does in their respective industries to gaming, and that's fine. But they have to come with the content. And when you're in the Xbox One X, it was okay to launch without a major title because it was just a upgraded Xbox One. But the Series X is technically the Xbox like fucking 4. It's you can't treat it like that. But that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this Halo Infinite delay? Are you guys getting the Xbox Series X day one? I know there's a lot of people that are happy about the spiral of bad news when concerning Xbox, and that's what I don't like about my gaming peers. It's like the celebration of the bad of Xbox, and they don't even want to celebrate what PlayStation 5 is doing or PlayStation is doing. They just want to dog on what Xbox is doing, and that annoys me because I want Xbox to have a wholesome launch. And I can't. I'm gonna be there day one with an unboxing, and hopefully I get my hand on one of those controllers. Looking forward to doing that, and I gotta make sure I get my hands on the PlayStation 5. So. Let me know your thoughts in the section. I also need help trying to figure out, and probably I started the upgrade process to my PC, but a lot of people are telling me to wait for the new GPUs from NVIDIA, and honestly, I might. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.